Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's December 1st of 2021. It's 10 p.m. here in Fort Worth. Um, I like my new Alexa device with the screen. I guess it's the show. Uh, got it right there. Um, so what else? Um, I've got type 2 diabetes and some other pacemaker and some other things. um, my legs and feet look like somebody who has, diabetes. Um, I don't think I'm ever going to show them on camera because they look gross. And but the funny thing, anyway, they've been that way for years. Funny thing is, I went to Washington, D.C. a few years ago to spend 2 weeks with my daughter and her husband. They are both vegans. Uh, and seriously, they have been a long time. They seem to be in good health. So I went there, and if I had I could take pictures now of my feet and legs, and not pretty, and a bad sign of a person's health. Blood is not circulating there the way it should. Um, People say that people with diabetes die from the feet up. I worked with a guy from Pakistan. We worked security at a mall. And they ended up having to put him just in dispatch. He couldn't get out and be walking around or doing real nice guy. I doubt he's alive now, because we were in the office one time, and I forget how it came up, and they pulled up his pants leg, and that's about the worst case I've seen. And I worked hospital security for 30 years. He would go to Pakistan to get medical treatment, like dental or whatever. He would go there. Some of those things you could get done on the street, and he would go there, and he was going to be going there for his legs. That's a sad commentary on the United States of America. We're number one. that somebody has to, fly from the United States to Pakistan to get, so. But, anyway, back to my story. I went to, let me tell you I can at least tell you the date. YouTube. Channels, no, let's say playlist. Okay, go to playlist, and not there. Washington, D.C., okay. Okay, I went and I went in 2015. I went in, I'll put a link, by the way, to this. There's let's see how many videos in that playlist. Oh, wait a minute, let's see. Looks like there's 11. So I went in 2015. And I was having a little bit of difficulty getting around, but I had to really push myself. And too, I told my my daughter and her husband that what I would do is every other day I would go out, you know, with them, and you know, walk around. It was really difficult, you know, getting around. Not as difficult. I couldn't do it now, you know. But that's what I did for the 2 weeks that I was there, and I ate vegetarian food a couple times. I think 2 times. I walked over to, there was a mall right about 2 blocks away from where they lived, and I walked over twice and got something from the mall. But I went once into the mall and got, I don't know, Chinese food or something like that. And then the other time I went right right next to I had to pass in front of a fast food place, and I forget what it was, Jack in a Box, or can't remember. I went in and had a hamburger and fries. And other than that, I ate the food, you know, and they made they worked together, you know, on the project of cooking, you know. Each one of them, somebody's chopping up, doing this, that kind of stuff. And so I ate their food. I'm not sure how long it was, but I noticed that my pants were loose, you know, not as tight as they were, and I realized that I had lost weight. I didn't weigh myself, but before I left, 2 weeks now, okay, every other day, it worked out about 3.5 hours walking, and I had to really push myself to do that. My feet and my legs and my feet went to normal. That is remarkable. That's when I came back, of course, I ate my regular foods, you know, and my legs and feet went back to the condition that is gross and not healthy. So I jokingly told my daughter, I said, you ought to open a bed and breakfast type thing, or, I mean, what's that where you have people just come to your, you know, you have a house and you have them come to your house, and I said, make it bigger, you know, and make it for 2 weeks, and tell the people, you know, of course you can't make somebody and they're paying money to, you know, do it. I said, have it a 2-week deal. They have to, you know, not have to, but, you know, eat the food that you make, and get out and walk every other day for 3 hours or something. I think that would be, if somebody's doing it, if you see somebody who has something like that going on, and a YouTube video or something like that, let me know. I'd like to watch it. But that shows you diet, diet, diet. and some walking. Right now I can't. I have to. Oh, I'm sitting in a wheelchair, but the reason I'm sitting in this wheelchair is my ex-wife is confined to a wheelchair, and with she can't, she can't really get. It's not that because in the past she was able to, get a wheelchair when she needed a wheelchair, and now the only way she can get a wheelchair, and uh, all the wheelchairs are made in China, I believe. I got a feeling. I'm sure. I know I'm wrong on this. I got a feeling that they're all made in the same factory. But of course, the way China has their things, they have like such and such a city. They specialize in television sets. Another city specializes in cell phones. Another one, wheelchairs or something like this. And so they're basically all coming from the same place. Anyway, therefore, she used to be able just to call up and say, I have health insurance, social or Medicare, and get a wheelchair. But it progressively got, and to what was happening was, like she would get, she would get a wheelchair. It'd be hard for her to get one. It would be. It's not like it would just be like, okay, it wasn't like they said, well, you're. But in the beginning, it was difficult to get one, and she can't walk at all. Period. She had polio when she was 5, and then right immediately after that, the vaccine came out, and people don't. Well, they do now because of this situation with people not wanting to get shots because it's a conspiracy, and they're going to implant a tracing thing in you, and you're going to turn into a lizard person, and I mean all this kind of craziness. It's not it. Before that happened, there were doctors who didn't know what polio was. I'm sure it was covered in a textbook or something, but there weren't probably many questions on it or something, because it was basically a problem that the United States and other civilized places didn't have. But as far as her wheelchair situation, it got where she just couldn't get it. Then she basically buys her own. And there's a problem with that because the people who are selling wheelchairs, they're coming from China, and the people who are selling them, they don't know, they don't know anything about them. If you say, I need, certain, width, I need this or whatever, they'll say, oh yeah. So this one, my ex-wife, did it on the phone. No, my Hillary, our daughter, my ex-wife was, got one on the one ordered one, and one from Amazon. It came in broken, and they refunded the money, or I forget exactly how it went, but it was a pain in the butt. It wasn't a pain in the butt, how Amazon is. It's but it was just, and so we've ended up having that over, just sitting in a corner. And then I can't remember all of the tribulations that she's had to go through, which you shouldn't have to, because a lot of people are, elderly, and but so Hillary our daughter, she makes good money, really good money, using the telephone. And she, the company that she works for, they insist that she spend a lot of time on, on the phone. They expect her to take these calls and help people. And they also, which I think is just absolutely unbelievably, they have been you can't have, she says, Hillary says that they don't tolerate, they listen in on the lines all the time. Maybe not, that not, they have other people, but they're listening all the time. They have some very strict rules about what you can and cannot do. And they don't allow any, they won't stand for any disconnections. Well, this is the United States of America. Remember, we're number one. Well, not number one in the internet, and that we're number 17 in the nations of the world. Number 17. Hong Kong and Singapore and all these other countries around the world, but because of our capitalistic system, the way it works in the United States, so you're going to get disconnected from the internet. Now, Biden and the Democrats have, in the past, they've got a major piece of legislation that has passed, and one of the things is it's going to make available to everybody internet service, and good internet service that is on a par with the rest of the world, that and the other thing this company doesn't allow is, or they will, and they fire a lot of the people that work for them. And Hillary is so good at what she does that they threaten her, but they haven't fired her yet. They object to, like, a siren, a police or fire or sound, of siren. We're 5 miles here from a air base, used to be Carswell, a SAC base. That's quite an interesting history. Can't remember which one of their planes that, I think it was making, and I can't remember if it dropped a nuclear bomb, if that's the one that dropped a nuclear bomb on Spain, which didn't go off, or if that's the one where they dropped one on the United States East Coast, or if that's the one where a SAC bomber crashed into the ocean. Can't remember. But so we're now it's not a SAC base, and it's been downgraded to reserve units are there. It's instead of closing what they do over here, because there again, the political situation. We have these military bases in the United States and around the world, but in the United States. And so if you want to, cut back on the bases that you have, or something like that, it has to be, decided by, the Department of Defense can say, we don't need this base anymore. We don't need this base anymore. When the legislation is coming up for funding and all that kind of stuff. But politics come, into it. Oh, wait a minute. Senator so-and-so from the state of Missouri or whatever, he wants that base kept open. And it's stuff like that. It's just insane. Remember, we're number one. So they object to, this company that my daughter works for. If there was an airplane pad, which there is, this reserve base, Marines fly out of there, Air Force, and Navy. I think that's it. Now there's some other aircraft that go in there, but those are the ones that just about every week they're up flying in and out and doing stuff. And so this wheelchair here, okay, that was that's where I was heading. Okay, my daughter makes a lot of money doing what she's doing. She's not a stock market person, She's not a bank person or whatever. But she makes really good money. But her job is very, the company could just let her go at any second because she lost her internet connection for a little bit and something got disconnected, and or because for any number of reasons. But so anyway, Hillary, and she's working around the clock, taking calls, helping people. But she went out, and when Darlene was trying to find, a replacement wheelchair, she got one that they told her, a company said, oh yeah, the dimensions, such and such, the height and whatever. So it came and it wasn't that. So Hillary, said, I'll get you one, Mom. And she called, and I think the place was 3 hours away from here. And they told Hillary, oh yeah, it's this height, this much, I forget, got so tired of hearing about, and my ex-wife worrying to death is, she needs a wheelchair, and she needs a wheelchair that she can get out of and get into and everything. So this company, Hillary said, I got it taken care of, Mom. There's a, so Hillary wasn't taking calls and drove 3.5 hours out there, got the wheelchair, and they told her, of course, and I think she kind of measured or something, but she came back with it. No, it won't work. My Darlene can't get, I forget what it was, can't get out of the wheelchair and into the bed or something like that. And I actually try to turn off that, it just, because she gets so upset and stressed. And I don't want to hear my ex-wife stressed. I heard that enough in the 12 years that we were married, And anyway, Hillary brought that back. a 3.5 hour drive out there, some time there getting it, 3.5 hours back, and it wouldn't work. And Hillary said, no, you know, I'm not going to take it back. I lost, just keep it. Because, like I said, she makes good money, and she can't afford to lose, more than 6 hours of time. So she said, keep it. I can't afford to, So I'm sitting in it. Because my other chair gave me some problems. I've had bad trouble with, not for medical reasons, but with chairs, they just, office chairs. And I tried something other than an office chair, I believe. And I'm a fat old man, but I think let's see, I'm 260 pounds. No, less than that. 240, that's it. I think 240 pounds. I think the weight limit on the chairs is 300 pounds or up, I believe. I think it's like 300 pounds is the limit. And by the way, the chairs that I've had, that like will tilt back, I don't do that. I don't think they're made to, put the thing back and that type of stuff. And, the problem is the fake leather. They, little pieces start coming off pretty damn quick. And, floors just covered with them. That really looks bad. And but I've tried some different kinds of chairs, and so I'll probably be buying another office chair here pretty quick. But right now I'm using this, but don't worry, I have trouble getting around, and but I'm not confined to a wheelchair. So I purchased a while back one of those. Whoops! I gotta make sure so you see it. I purchased a while back one of those things that you put water into, and you can add like Epsom salt. That's what I add, and you put your feet into it, and you turn it on, and there's heat and water. The water circulating, and I've used it some, but having to fill it with water is the problem. I've got arthritis really bad, and just bending over and filling it with water and then carrying it in here and then carrying it to dump in there to the bathroom and to dump it out. It is just it just hurts too much to do it, even though I take an naproxen. So I forget, kind of interesting, the guy who watches all my videos, I think, and he comments, but in the beginning his comments, I think, appeared with other comments. But when he leaves a comment now, and it's been that way for quite a while, his comment appears to me like, I get the message, and it shows, his comment, which normally for everybody else, I get an email, and then when I click to go to the thing, I go to my YouTube site, and there's the comment there, and then I respond to it. But I don't know if he's using some type of email system that has features to try to keep it from people from tracking him or whatever. But none of it. He's the only one that I know of, and no, I don't have him, on a list of people who their emails or their comments are excluded or something, and all that type of. I know that I've been used. I was one of the first, I think 2005 when YouTube started. I was in, one of the first people. So I'm not sure, but anyway, this guy, he leaves comment. Well, he leaves regular comments a lot, and he recommends. He's been recommending for a long time for me to get up and walk around, exercise, and he's right about that. Except I can barely stand up now. But also he recommends, I think, some vitamins and things like that from time to time. And I can't remember all the things, but he recommended this one and another. He said, the other one is more expensive than this one. But he said these are the two best ones. And I forget what the other one was. I'll put a link, by the way, to this. I haven't ordered it yet. I'm going to order it as soon as I, have $55 to spare. And I'm going to get it. It wouldn't be, I wouldn't have to fill it with water. And in fact, I could actually just plug it in underneath here. And my intention is to, just be sitting here with my feet on it and running it 24/7 or something. Maybe it will get some blood going down to my, anyway, that's my plan. Put it underneath the desk and put my feet on it, and so I will be purchasing that when I can afford it. It's got good rating, good. Oh, that reminds me, yeah. Now there's a bunch of them, I mean, if it would work, even if it was like, even if I needed to get a more expensive one, but I definitely, need it. Yes, would it be good to go out and be able to walk? I get an awful lot of, maybe people don't watch the video, but I get an awful lot of, I get, you should go out and, walk. I fell on the street, busy street, when I was getting out and walking right down into the, half a block from here at the, fell on the street. Had difficulty getting back up. Luckily, there was a red light keeping the traffic. And it seemed like, I looked down and the cars are all there. And of course it was daylight and they could see me on all fours trying to get up. But, so, the other thing, let's see, and I just mentioned something that jogged my memory. Oh, by the way, I I forgot that I actually did use it. Well, I don't know where the videos are on my YouTube account, but you plug this into your computer, and you plug you have to have the cable and whatever, and I have the Panasonic G7, and you plug it in, and you use it instead of using a USB webcam. You can use that, and you can also, if you want to, use a Android app or whatever to control it, and it makes good video. And like I said, I used it, and I've mentioned that several times. That oh, by the way, I'm not. Wait a minute. I don't think you saw that. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, okay. You saw that. Okay. You didn't see this. So I think I'm going to hook it up again and use my Panasonic G7. And by the way, I saw I think it appeared the other day in one of the videos, because I think it was I was showing, I think, a video that I had made, and it had a clip in it from that. At the end of the video, there was just a clip from that, and I had the setting on beautification or whatever of one of the settings on there. It took out, automatically, without me having to do it. It took out my age spots and stuff like that. Actually, it didn't. But so anyway, that's gonna be my next project, hooking that thing back up, and I'll keep, this camera going, and I'll try the other one and maybe keep it going and have two, because I was thinking about the okay, now I can't reach it again. The Logitech Brio. It's another 4K camera like this one. Okay. Something else I wanted to mention. Oh, here's this other camera. I really like it. They upgrade their software. In fact, I just downloaded an upgrade to it. For the first time, I tried the audio from this camera. I gave up using audio for USB webcams or something like that. Not even, and this one here, I never even tried it before, and I tried it just a while ago, and it was good. The audio from this was good. I guess the reason I tried it was because they just did a Avria Media. It has a really nice. It's better than Logitech software. It has some really nice functions. Maybe sometime I'll show those functions to you. Maybe I think I already sort of reviewed this thing. Maybe I'll review it again. And I think I showed the thing. But anyway, because I'm really happy with that camera. And if I use the HD60 S and use because in the past when I did that for a few days using that and my Panasonic G7, which is a fantastic camera that I don't use anymore because that's something else I got to remember to mention to you. Is this the one? Which camera? Which is this? I'm saying camera. Is this it? Yes. Okay. So, what else? Oh, okay, this. I made a video the other day about something new that Amazon is doing, giving people the opportunity to post videos, and the videos will appear in your storefront. And well, let's say I did a video on this, okay, or this, which I'm also not using. I mean, I bought it, and now this I am using. If you wonder why I don't have any money, that's the reason. Buying all this stuff. I used to get stuff from, I mentioned this before, I used to get stuff from Amazon sellers, and I must have been 1,000 reviews I did, and I got the item for free. But I, of course, put the disclaimer down, and in fact, I was one of the small number, which was hundreds or thousands or something, and I always put in the thing. They cracked down because it's a law here, not just for Amazon, but for, that you have to disclose if you're pushing a product, telling people to buy it or something. You have to put a thing in there saying that this was, supplied to me for free, or they paid me, and I never took any money. But so I had a lot of stuff. Oh, the guy I mentioned a while ago that his things for some reason don't show up. He's the only one in the comment section. Now sometimes they do. That makes me think that he has a email program or something, and it's I forget, I can't remember the one. I signed up for one and used it for a while. I didn't care for it. It was supposed to be very secure and give you privacy and that type of stuff. So I got a feeling maybe he's doing with his regular email program, but maybe occasionally he uses his cell phone or something in it, and then it does show up. But he mentioned the other day, now I forgot. Because I went off on a tangent. What did he mention the other day? Well, I can't remember now what it was. It'll come to me after I finish this video. So Amazon has this, I made a video about it, and not a really good video on it I didn't fully, and I'm sure I don't think I still do fully understand how it all works, where all this. But oh, so you can upload videos if you're approved, and I was approved. Uh, you can upload videos, and they'll appear on your storefront, Amazon storefront. And I need to go through, by the way, this stuff here, and I haven't kept it up to date. I need to go through and update it. Well, maybe I'm not going to update that, because anyway, I uploaded this video, and they approved it. And then I uploaded another video, and I was careful because I had thought that I had read their rules, which there are not a lot of them. I thought that I had read their rules, but I have so much going on doing different things that I guess I hadn't. And so they rejected it. This is the first one you see here, down here, and so I uploaded the second one, and they rejected it. And now, before I uploaded, these videos, they said in a thing that, you can upload videos from other services, YouTube. I'm not sure they mentioned them, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. You can upload those videos. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. And I thought, I'm surprised that they would allow that. So I uploaded a video. Now I was careful about what I uploaded. In fact, I didn't take one of my old videos and do it, because I wanted to make sure. But when they got rejected, then I went and read their rules, and their rules are, you can't tell people to go to another site. You can't do, it's a whole bunch of things. You can't have any kind of a banner that tells somebody, how to reach you. You can't do, and I can't do it. I was like, I thought, oh my God. So and after that, and I forget the guy's name, he makes fantastic, you would know him if you were into tech, he makes fantastic. Of course, he has a staff of, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 people, I'm guessing, to do this stuff. But he mentioned this and did a review about this, and he did a fantastic job because he understood it, and he did. I thought, oh man, but he always makes fantastic things. But like, he has a production staff, and he mentioned that he had all these 1,000 or more views or videos, and that he said it was a lot of work, but he said, I edited out the things they would object to, and then uploaded those videos. And so anyway, I read their, the rules here, and so then I was going to be my second video here, I was very careful, and I made it, and it was just for them. It wasn't a YouTube video that I was going to move over. It wasn't a YouTube video I was going to try to edit something out. I made a YouTube video with all their rules, and uploaded it, and they rejected it. I don't want to. I buy a ton of stuff from Amazon. I'm very happy with their service, everything. I'm happy, except, you know, I'm not going to be, I don't think, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll decide, give it another try. But right now, I am, because, now I don't know why they objected to the video, because I didn't mention that I had a YouTube site. I didn't give a link or anything. And the only thing I can think of, because they mentioned that you were not to give the price of the item on Amazon because their prices change and fluctuate and that kind of stuff, and there's some other stuff they mentioned, like, you know, you can't do this with, like, and I did, of course. Well, you know how my videos are. I'm showing you the screen, and of course for my videos in the past, I have compared items. You know, okay, now this item here is, but this one over here is, you know, more, you know, cost less, or seems like it works better or something. I've done that in my videos, you know. Oh, I remember. What about that guy? Okay, I better finish with this before my mind goes blank again. It's going blank again already. So anyway, I'm thinking that why they rejected what, because, you know, my videos, I show the let's see. Okay, you know, like when I did a review of this thing, I'm sure, you know, I talked about it, and I wouldn't mention the price. I don't think usually. Maybe I did a few times. I wouldn't mention the price, but if you're watching the video, you're going to see, you know, you're going to see the price. You know, I don't say, when I make my videos, I don't say, okay, well, you can get it for $129 here, but Best Buy has it for $100 or something. You know, I don't do that. But I think that this, you know, I think that's the reason, and I don't want to deal with that crap. I want to make my videos the way I make my videos. Yes, I know. I've got a little thing going to come up on that. I'll let you in on the secret. I've got, you know, some software that, and it works really well. I can have look like a cat or these other things. Usually they're crappy, you know. But this software does it really neat. So I'm going to make a short, you know, thing using that, having me look like I have a cat face. Then I'm going to say something, you know, like, hey, I know you only want to see cat videos. That's, you know, and I'm going to make, you know, try to be funny and cute or whatever, and do that. And I'm going to use that software. That's kind of software I don't like. I mean, it's usually bad and it's kind of stupid, I think. But I'm going to use that software and make probably you can create a special video, and the video will only be shown to subscribers. Like if you come to the main site, my main site, and you go there to YouTube, and you are a subscriber, you can have a message that, you know, only subscribers see, and, you know, it might say, oh, I'm so glad you're a subscriber, and thank you very much for subscribing, and we could say, you know, something else, and then you can create a special YouTube video that when they come to your site, you say, you know, I see you're not a subscriber, please, subscribe and make sure you click the bell because, and I think there's another couple opportunities. So that is what I want to do. And now I got to think, what is it? Because I already forgot that the guy whose emails or whose comments don't usually show up, and I already forgot again what the deal with that was. Let me think here for a second. In case it comes back, what would it have been about? Okay, I cannot think of what it was. Terrible to get old. Anyway, I guess I better stop. Oh, by the way, when I was almost all of the videos in this playlist, I'll put the link to this playlist of Washington D.C. videos. Almost all of them my daughter made on her Apple telephone, and she did a fantastic job. And she actually handed me her cell phone, Apple, and I don't want to touch it. And I said, I think I would like it too much and I just would want to have one. I said, I've never touched an Apple computer or an Apple, cell phone or anything like that. I told her I don't want to start because I would want it, My daughter Hillary, I think it was my birthday. I've been trying to talk her into because of what she does. She's really good at computer stuff. Well, the only thing is, like, I used Coffee Cup. Was that Coffee Cup? And then back many, many years ago, I was using that creating web pages, and then she saw that, and then she bought the software, and bang, just making fantastic websites with it, and she continued to use it. She spent, 9 years in Sweden, I think. Used it over there. And as you know, they've changed the HDMI standards, and they've done away. If you're coding the way you used to, they've gone to, what is it, HDMI 5, or you can't be coding that way anymore, because the browsers and things are set up. Search engines and things won't even refer you to a site that is using that old code, because it's insecure. It's not safe. People could screw with your system. So, but Hillary insists on still using it, and but anyway, I was trying to. I thought, for what she's doing, she should just switch and go to, Apple. Get an Apple cell phone, get a iPad or something, and she would just be so much easier for her to do her work. Although I've never used any of those products, and anyway, my birthday came up. I think it was, and she said, "Well, I got your birthday present's going to be delivered. Be a little bit late. It's going to be delivered." And usually she always picks up, for us, a birthday cake, and she always gets a whole bunch of little, things, and then gives a little bit of money and stuff like that. But then finally it was, like delayed, or, and she said, "Okay, well, you're going to be getting a cell phone." And she hadn't ordered an Apple cell phone, but she had ordered one of those cell phones that it's like 1,000 or more for it. And I said, "Can you cancel that?" And she says, "But, and she says, she says, "Oh, it's a really," she says, "I've got one, There again with her, same thing. She's got some, fantastic cell phones that she's had, and a couple of times and I said, "No, I don't want to touch it, because I can tell by looking at it that it's really nice." And but anyway, she said, "Well, yeah, I can cancel." I said, "Cancel it. That's too much. That's too much money. I would have loved to have it, and she can afford it. But, and another thing though, she's never bought anything for for Christmas or our birthday that, that much money. I mean, and that wouldn't be right for her, to give me $1,000 cell phone, and then normally, she, in the past, I think she's, for a birthday or Christmas or something like that, giving us a little something, and maybe $100 or maybe $200 or something, and I think that's been like the limit, and wouldn't be right for her, So, okay, I still can't remember what the damn thing is. What was it about? Well, that's what you get for watching an old man on YouTube. Anyway, oh, by the way, this is December. You're going to be buying Christmas presents and stuff, and if you're buying them on Amazon, please go to my link, because I will get a very small commission. And if you watch my videos, you'll know that for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months or whatever, I've been making, you know, less than $10, a month on things. But I had some months a while back uh, where I was making in a month's time $80, actually 70 something, for about 2 or 3 months in a row. And then in one of my videos here that I made, I was saying thank you very much for for using it. But I found out that it was a friend of mine that I've known for many, many years, and he's a guy who's also like early person to be messing with computers and doing stuff. And then the other was Hillary, buying stuff that she needed for her work that she does, and then she bought some stuff for us, and altogether that stuff added up to enough that, and I'm sure there was some other people in there. There was a guy who was buying. He must have had a company, and he does voice over IP hookups for people, and so I guess he gets business and goes out to some type of a small business, I'm guessing, and tells them, hey, you can use voice over IP. You don't have to use the phone company or whatever, and you need a few pieces of hardware, and you're all set. So he was purchasing like 4 or 5 telephones. The telephones that they're not real expensive, but the telephone that I have a desk thing, and you have multiple lines coming in, and you can do stuff like that. And then he ordered a few of some voice over IP hardware, and I used voice over IP a few times, not with and anyway. So if you can, please use, the Amazon store. All you have to do is just, click on it and go to it. Go to the site. Go to the YouTube site, and then if you're there, whatever you click on, as long as you don't leave, you go there, and then you go, change to what you're going to buy or something like that, and click on it. And I get and Christmas is coming up, so hopefully you're going to buy a big screen TV or $1,000 cell phone or something like that. And it would be kind of nice, instead of getting $10 a month. They don't, less than $10 a month. You have to have at least for them $10 a month. In order to get the commission from YouTube, you have to have $100 a month. And anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's driving me crazy. I can't remember what that guy said. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Okay, I found an old video from 2015, and I think I'm going to insert that right here, so enjoy. Okay, this is the HTC, Review 816 cell phone. And I've had it for a while, and I don't think I've ever made a video with it. So I'm making this indoors. Don't have many lights on here. In the viewfinder, it appears to be working really, really well. This is the dining room here. I am going to turn on the light here in the kitchen because it's really dark. Ouch! That was kind of bright there for a second, wasn't it? This is the little tiny laundry. We don't have a washer and dryer, but it's where I put a lot of stuff that I don't know where to put. Got a lot of cables and computer stuff. And so now we're going to head out of the kitchen, and I'm going to turn off the light and head towards my room. This is the second bathroom. It's my grandson uses it, and Hillary's here from Sweden. She's using it. This is my room, of course, with all this clutter. Ouch! Bumped into something here. This is my computer desk. This is the Logitech C920 that I make so many of my YouTube videos with. Looks to me like this cell phone camera is working. I've been very happy with a few images that I have made with it, and looks like this. Then this is the second bathroom. I'm going to look at this video now and upload it to YouTube. Like I said, I'm very impressed, at least, well, with the way it looks on the screen. So, thanks very much for watching.